Hi guys, and today I'm back with a history of storytelling. I'd like to give you some insight in, the development of storytelling, how it started off as, and how it ended off as. Well, how it all began. Imagine a bunch of prehistoric people sitting around the fire, telling stories about the killing of the mammoth or how one of them just saw the biggest tiger of all times. Well, basically how it would look like, one would be telling or conveying, communicating the story somehow, and others listening. So through stories, people gain power, and telling that you killed the biggest mammoth would make you the coolest man in the tribe. Also, telling stories brings you attention, and then having that attention, you can steer the audience any way you like. So if you think about it, storytelling falls kind of into two categories: the power storytelling that eventually evolved into propaganda, and to think about all the political storytelling that has been done when kings would drive their nations their soldiers to wars, just telling that the other king did something outrageous. And the other part of storytelling would be, of course, entertainment, which soon evolved in professional poets and singers traveling around countries and cities and performing in front of audiences. Think about the blind Homer who wandered around ancient Greece singing his Song of Achilles and his stories about wonders of Odysseus. Same deal was actually in the medieval Europe when French troubadours also traveled around and performed, sang their romantic, heroic songs of knights and their beloved ones. So if you think about it, throughout medieval times and Renaissance and modern times, the format of entertainment storytelling hasn't really changed much. There was always performing in front of audience, one or two, three people, telling their stories or singing their songs, and other people, the audience, watching, listening, and enjoying, of course. Technology, however, brought a huge change to the whole storytelling experience. Various new medias, gadgets, they've changed our experience with this. We don't have to go and listen or watch a person perform anymore. We could, of course, watch a video, or we can stream it, or we can just listen to the audio recording. I mean, there's the amount of various medias, of course, change storytelling. And since it has become a pretty common and popular word, the term digital storytelling appeared and also has become pretty well known in the museum world, in the culture heritage realm. So digital storytelling is using various gadgets or medias to deliver the same story. And actually, its core element still is storytelling. Digital is just the media of conveying the message, and yeah, it's more of a service than the actual thing. The newest concept of storytelling is so-called transmedia storytelling. Of course, it's a big word, but what it actually means is using different formats to deliver the same story. As opposed to the previous one, the digital storytelling, when it's the same story, different medias. Transmedia, on the other hand, is when you have story being looked at from different angles. Think about the very, very simple example would be, think about a movie that's been shot after a book. The story remains the same, whereas its format is completely different. Or think about a game that's made after a book or a movie. The same thing. The format's different, the story is just looked at from a different perspective. The whole idea of transmedia storytelling is to engage audience more, because now in the world of internet and multiple options, you need better ways to hook your audience, to keep its attention and to engage it more, and transmedia storytelling is a concept that actually defines it. So all of those big words and fancy concepts are pretty cool. However, what it all really comes down to is the story itself. And this is what's important, and that's what is the core of any kind of storytelling, making a story. And I would just like to focus on making those stories. Okay guys, thanks for watching and I hope you enjoyed it.